like Rihanna has a lot to say about Kendrick's ongoing beef with her ex Drake, and she is making it more than clear that she is 100% Team Kendrick. This isn't exactly a big shocker because Rihanna and Drake have been on the outs for a very long time now, and their breakup was as messy as you can imagine. And not only is Rihanna making her stance known in this beef, but she is also reportedly making plans with Kendrick to reveal some more shady stuff about Drake and his shady dealings with young women that the public has no idea of yet. Now, we already know a lot about Drake and how he moves, and it is not pretty. But as it turns out, the reality is much worse than we can imagine, and Rihanna is here to expose every last creepy detail. If there is one person who really knows the shady side of Drake that we don't always see, it's Rihanna. And I'm not even talking about their failed romance and the fact that he seems to be obsessed with her and her new family, to the point where he keeps name dropping her man, and even shading her babies in his songs. That's weird enough, but according to Rihanna, Drake has been a weirdo before she even got with him, and his obsession with her sent red flags waving, and in hindsight, she should have seen the red flags. According to reports, the real reason Rihanna broke up with Drake is that she found out about his alleged PDF foul behavior, and she was not about to be with that kind of man. Interestingly, Drake has always claimed that the reason for the breakup was that he cheated on her, and it looks like he was only trying to deflect from the truth because it's not like he can come out and admit that he is an alleged PDF foul and the love of his life left him because of that. And the wild part is that even though the breakup was his fault, it didn't stop him from coming for her over and over, taking shots at her in his songs like Fear of Heights, where he said, "Yeah, and the was average with you. Yeah, I'm anti because I had it with you. Okay, I'm auntie like your daddy's sister, auntie like a family picture, and I had way better B's than you, TBH." For some reason, he thought that it was a slick move for him to shade a woman who broke up with him years ago. Child, Rihanna done found love again, became a billionaire, had 2 kids, but Drake is still in the booth, rapping his heart out and trying to convince us that he is no longer in love with her. Yeah, maybe he needs to start by convincing himself, cause it's giving obsessed. He also took shots at her man, A$AP Rocky, mocking him and saying that Rihanna was the man in the relationship and was running their relationship. He said, "Why they make it sound like I'm still hung up on you? That can never be me. Gal can't ruin me. Better him than me. Better it's not me." Child, this man is pressed. That was not the last time, because during his beef with Kendrick, he brought Rocky into it again, even though his beef was with Kendrick, and Rocky had nothing to do with it. Rocky has just been minding his business and making babies with Rihanna, but apparently that's more than enough to set Drake off. In the song Family Matters, Drake said, "Rakim talking ish again, gas cause you hit my BM first, ninja, do the math, who was I hitting then? I ain't even know you rap still cause they only talking about your fit again. Probably gotta have a kid before you think of dropping any ish again. Even when you drop, they gonna say you shoulda modeled cause it's mid again. Smoking Fenty about it, shoulda put you on the first one, trying to get it in. Ask Fringe if this a good idea the next time you cuddled in that bed again. She'll even tell you leave that boy alone before you get your head split again." Drake probably think that he's earning points by coming at this, and his shots would probably be more effective if there wasn't 1,000,001 videos on the internet showing him simping over Riri. I mean, y'all remember when he went on and on at the VMAs talking about how obsessed he is with her?
But most of all, we love the woman who hasn't changed since day one. She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old. She's one of my best friends in the world. All my adult life, I've looked up to her even though she's younger than me. She's a living, breathing legend in our industry. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Michael Jackson Vanguard Award for 2016, Rihanna.
I mean, he literally tried to kiss her on stage, but she sidestepped him. So he's pretty bold to try to clown her when there's this picture flying all over the internet. To be fair, they were friends back then, but Drake always made it more than clear to the world that he wanted to be more than friends. For example, when the fans started speculating about their relationship after they were spotted leaving a bowling alley, Rihanna was quick to shut down the allegations. However, Drake played into the rumors, and he even made an entire song about it called Fireworks. He said, "I'm just such a gentleman. You should give it up for me. Look at how I'm placing all my napkins and my cutlery. I could tell it wasn't love. I just thought you'd F with me. Who could have predicted Lucky Strike would have you stuck with me? What happened between us that night? It always seems to trouble me. Now all of a sudden, these gossip rags want to cover me. And you making it seem like it happened that way because of me. But I was curious and I'll never forget it, baby. What an experience." He would also go on interviews and talk about her like they were a couple.
Some normal things. I don't know if we've ever played board games, but I mean, I know we go bowling a lot. Not necessarily with Rihanna a lot.
Okay, just you and your crew.
We've been bowling before. And then, you know, I love doing like just, to me, the club is work, you know, the majority of the time. So I like to do things like go to the arcade and play games, or go bowling, play ping pong, go-karting, paintball, which we haven't done because these guys are scared. Because I'm the best, you know what I'm saying? My squad is the best.
You're the best.
Yeah. I'm the, you know. But yeah, so, yeah, I mean, we do things to have fun all the time.
I see. I mean,
I see you wrote down Scrabble and Battleship.
Yeah, I did, because I had to remember. Look,
right.
I've got to remember my jokes by numbers.
I think she's. I think we're in the same building. Maybe I'll ask her if she wants to play Scrabble.
Going on and on like that about someone who never claimed you as their man, something. Even when they briefly dated around 2009, Rihanna never came out to claim him as her man. It was like she knew something fishy about him, and she didn't want that drama following her for the rest of her life. Her fears were proven right when she allegedly found out that Drake was a creepy weirdo who allegedly preyed on young girls. She was so disgusted that she not only dumped him, but she also cut off all ties with him completely. They haven't been friends since then, and in an interview, Rihanna said, "We don't have a friendship now, but we're not enemies either. It is what it is." Rihanna is known to be a fiercely loyal friend, and she is still close with her friends that she grew up with before fame, so we knew that there was something there. I mean, she even went back and dated Chris Brown after he put pause on her. So whatever Drake did had to be something really bad if she wasn't willing to remain friends. Now you think Drake would get the message and leave Rihanna alone, right? Well, no, because this man is as delulu as they come. Speaking to LeBron, he complained about how he no longer was going to get his fairy tale ending where he got married and had kids with Rihanna.
I end up in this situation where I don't have the fairy tale like, oh, Drake started a family with Rihanna and like this is like so perfect, or like, you know, Drake, yeah, it's like it looks so good on paper.
I wanted that too.
Well, I mean,
and I didn't get it too.
By the way, I wanted that too at one time. You know,
he got it.
He complained about how he was no longer going to get his fairy tale ending where he got married and had kids with Rihanna. But through all this, Rihanna was more than happy to just ignore Drake and live her best life with her man. However, Drake crossed a line when he dragged A$AP Rocky into his beef with Kendrick and also talked about her kids. That was the last straw for her, and she is now teaming up with Kendrick to expose Drake and his creepy relationship with young women. For example, y'all remember the time that Millie Bobby Brown revealed that she and Drake had been texting a lot and that he talked to her about boys? Mind you, Drake was a fully grown man in his 30s, and she was a 14-year-old who wasn't even in high school yet.
What about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
But like that's not creepy enough, y'all remember how he kissed a fan on stage after she told him that she was 17. Then there were reports from multiple insiders about how Drake allegedly hires people just to help him pick up girls.
Shady, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, everything I'm about to tell you is 100% true, and this information came to me from one of the crew members on Drake's tour. This was the guy who did all the tech stuff, and he told me that Drake has an employee whose job is to go around town looking for super hot girls. He finds the girls and then he interviews them, and out of all the girls he interviews, he picks the one that he thinks is the best. Then he drives her to Drake's place. Drake has her, and then he drives her home. So basically, Drake has his own private Tinder.
There have also been allegations that he holds wild Diddy-like parties in Toronto, with high school girls being his target audience.
Real with you, bro? Growing up in high school, 16, 17, 18, having a crush on the baddest girl in your school, and then seeing her post at Drake's mansion every single time, seeing Drake in the follows. You don't know how demoralizing that is to a young teenage boy in Canada. So if I'm gonna be real, I've been waiting for this guy's downfall for a minute. I'm gonna still bump his music because that's crazy, but this is for the younger generation. They don't have to deal with that bull more.
But the most damaging part about this is the diss track that Kendrick dropped titled Meet the Grams, where he slammed Drake for allegedly being a PDF file. He name dropped Drake's mom saying, "Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy, now listen. Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think ninjas like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get effed up in a cell for the rest of their life. He hates black women, hypersexualizes them with kinks of a nympho fetish. Grew facial hair because he understood being a beard just fit him better. He got on Hovio that he keep on a monthly allowance. A child should never be compromised and he keeping his child around them. And we gotta raise our daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking. Now, y'all know how Drake claimed that he was the one who fed Kendrick wrong information? Well, that has quickly been disproven, but y'all won't believe the real story. According to some reports, Rihanna is allegedly the one who gave Kendrick all the tea about how Drake is an alleged PDF file and how he moves around young women. Allegedly, this is the real reason that she broke up with him and can't stand to be in the same room with him, and she is going to help Kendrick take him down once and for all. Fans commented, F Diddy, F Drake, and any other creep weirdo preying on young children. Drake fully crashed out when he lost out on Rihanna. He's been on mega weirdo time ever since. I knew Drake was a weirdo, but it just keeps getting worse. But how do y'all feel about Rihanna exposing Drake like this? Let me know in the comments and then check out this next video.